I took off with only one notch of flaps and a little bit of
All
upturn.
aircraft ready to exit the flight. All aircraft leave vehicle with short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact.
Clearance delivery, ACJ1, Terminal 1, Gate Alpha 23, with information X-ray request clearance.
ACJ1, ATC is correct. ATC clearance to destination airport via CYO Tango Echo 5 departure route, runway 18 left. Initial altitude is 4,000, expect 9,000 within 10 minutes after departure. Transponder to 3705. Altimeter 0.00.
Clear to destination airport via CYO Tango Echo 5.
Ah, I didn't see the sippy charge.
4,000, expecting 9,000.
That might be the reason why I didn't take off.
ACJ1.
ACJ1, read back correct. Contact ground control on 121.65.
Roger, 121.65. ACJ1.
Clearance delivery 589 with information X-ray. Request clearance.
Ground control, ACJ1. Request startup and pushback.
ACJ1. Startup and pushback approved.
Startup and push approved. ACJ1. Ground control, ACJ1. Request taxi.
ACJ1. Taxi via Golf Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot. Holding position runway 18 left. Tower on 124.15.
To holding position runway 18 left via Golf Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot. Tower on 124.15. ACJ1.
Please refer to the safety briefing card of the exit row information card located in the seatbelt pocket to ensure you meet the exit row criteria and understand the information. After carefully reviewing this card, if you believe you could be injured, do not wish to or cannot perform the functions listed,
Say
please
again,
notify us by the
ACJ1.
At this time, we also request
Taxi via Golf Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot. Holding position runway 18 left. Tower on 124.15.
Ground control, 1419. Request taxi.
1419. Taxi via Kilo Echo Foxtrot. Holding position runway 17 right. Tower on 124.15.
Via Kilo Echo Foxtrot. Holding position 17
Actually,
right.
you want to know something, Wolf?
4.15. 1419.
Well, this is actually Cal Classics. Go to your cockpit view and click Cal Classic view.
I'm back. Or just press A.
What?
You can press A as well. That cycles the views within that category. S cycles a category.
The only thing it is, I can't find the flat, the trim.
There's probably no trim gauge. It'd be a trim wheel.
I'm looking at the trim wheel, I can't move it, nothing.
I use my number pad.
Can't move the trim wheel.
I use my numpad to move mine.
I've got buttons myself. Rocker switch.
I did turn my air traffic in this area down from 100% down to 65%. It went from 130 planes down to 62.
Is Traffic X you're running? Just Flight Traffic X?
Yeah. Just Flight's Traffic X?
Yeah, I've got it. I haven't used it all that much.
Yeah, I did a little bit of tweaking on it, Devin.
Startup
1114. Startup is approved.
1114.
It is actually, it did take off, but it's somehow it's because it's supercharged.
890, taxi via Golf Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot. To holding position runway 18 left.
Supercharger should make a whole bunch of difference down there.
Decimal 15.
Via Golf Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot, holding position 1
If it's set up properly.
4.15, 890.
Contact tower on 134.9er when ready. Ground control 1114. Request taxi.
1114. Taxi via Kilo Echo Foxtrot. To holding position runway 17 right. Tower on 124.15.
Via Kilo Echo Foxtrot to holding position runway 17 right. Tower on 1.4.151114.
Yeah.
It's a big, very fat fuselage with a big
Via
huge
Golf
wing.
Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot.
You're not gonna get the performance like you were when you're flying my P3.
You can't say that again.
But you should be able to make money with it.
Tower 1863. On final, request landing.
1863, cleared to land at runway 18 right.
Altimeter?
30.33.
Cleared to land, runway 18 right, 1863.
I made a pretty good amount of money on that flight. I just
Tower 1223, on holding position, runway
rented
17
one?
right. 1223, line up on
What?
runway 17 right.
You rented
Lining
a
up runway
C-46?
17 Right,
Yeah, I rented a
1223.
C-46. Flew up from that KPRX over to KDFW. Let me look at my payment log here.
1223, wind 155 at 8. Fly runway heading at Wynn Airborne, contact departure on
Yeah, I made $7,400 in just under an
runway
hour.
17 right. Cleared for takeoff.
Just
runway heading,
one straight
departure
flight?
frequency
Yeah, one
118.55. Runway 17 right. Cleared for takeoff.
The
1223.
gross was $11K. It cost me about $2K for the rental. Then I had to pay GCF some booking fees. Man,
Of course.
with the distance bonus on the plane that I rented, I ended up with $7,400. So. I'm just flying it because Richard was talking about the C-46. I thought, okay, I'll try it again. And I'll finish these passengers that I've got loaded on it.
It ain't too bad, is it?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
I would still prefer my C-119 or my P3 or my Lockheed.
Yeah, well, you can't. He's not in that range yet. He's just starting.
But the best, now, the money that I made, that $7,400 that I made, I could have made the same amount of money or more using my Aero Commander AC-680 only carrying 6 passengers. I probably could have made the same amount of money just as quick.
Yeah, but you just went from A to B. You didn't collect anything.
Yeah.
That's where the nice planes are nice. You can do your 6 passengers, but then you collect stuff along the way.
Well, if you go and look at KFDR, you'll see that I've collected plenty of stuff at my hub. That's why there's a C-119 there. That's why there's a Bristol Britannia there. Because when I'm ready to load up a whole bunch of the stuff, those big planes are there for me to load them up.
Uh-huh.
Or if somebody else takes the job, well, they take the job. That's okay.
Tower
Yep, I'd say I have to fly that DC-3
runway
tomorrow.
18 left. Request takeoff.
ACJ 1.
Not happy with your commando.
8 left.
Lining up runway 18
I'm happy with that, but I'm a DC-3 over here too. That way I got a backup if I run out of fuel.
Yeah. You can always rent a plane for that.
Yeah, but why waste money if I already have another backup plane?
True.
ACJ1, wind 155 at 8. Fly runway heading at when airborne contact departure on 118.55. Runway 18 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading to departure on 118.55. Cleared for takeoff. 18 left. ACJ1.
Okay.
Tower 1419.
So taking
Hold
off
in
again.
position. Runway 17 right.
1419. Line up on runway 17 right.
Lining up runway
Accelerating.
17 right. 1419.
At around 60 knots, then I'll go ahead and deploy an ultra flat.
V1.
As I pass V1.
V2.
At 80 knots, go back down and stick a little bit. And I glide right off the ground. Passing to 100 knots.
1419. Wind 360 at 0. Fly runway heading at when airborne contact departure on 118.55. Runway 17 right. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading. Departure frequency 118.55. Runway 17 right. Cleared for takeoff. 1419.
Hey, Wolf, one day you want to do, it's up to Devin too, but you want to do a,
Departure control. ACJ1.
A group
Review on 1002.
Online thing.
4000. ACJ1. Cleared via CYO Tango Echo 5. Climbing
An online
Niner,
type thing you're talking
via
about.
CYO
Yeah.
Tango Echo 5.
On the FX.
Route, climbing 9000.
So-
ACJ1.
On which one?
Actually, regular steam, but
Departure control.
I can actually
with you.
possibly host one.
4,000.
633. Radar contact. Descend to 4000.
I think I have old ports too,
633.
because I used to host every now and then. I don't have Steam FSX myself, so I don't know. I do have an account with Steam.
You might want to look at next Friday. FS, I think, be on sale.
Departure control 890.
Oh, yeah?
With you on
Yeah, for $5.
1,000.
Yeah, I'll
Thanks,
probably
Sarah.
buy it next time it comes on. Just Kevin says it works a lot better, said it's modernized just a little bit.
I noticed the other day that there was like $14 on Steam. I'm like, are you serious? I remember when I paid like 50 or 60 bucks for this.
I think I paid 30 something for mine. But you gotta remember that was, fuck, they're still selling it for $27.99 as a regular price now.
Now, Austin
Shit, it's
Meyer,
been 9 years.
I've given Austin way too much of my money. I bought X-Plane 5, X-Plane 6, X-Plane 7, X-Plane 8, and X-Plane 9. I'm not buying X-Plane 10. I'm sorry, I'm not. I've given that company probably $600-700.
That's a disadvantage. I feel the same way with Farming Simulator. I like Farming Sim, eh? But fuck, they come up with a new one every 2 years, the bastards. But then
Yeah,
again, you get a legacy product that doesn't follow the machinery that you're using at this time either. So it's kind of a 22.
X-Plane 10 looks fantastic, but I'm not spending
891.
that money
Maintain
again.
perfect altitude.
Present altitude 891.
I'm gonna buy it myself. It's gonna be my first one.
I love X-Plane. I actually think it's far superior to FSX in some ways, at least the flight model.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the way it flies, it feels much more natural.
Departure control 471. With you on 8,300.
471 identified.
Do you still use your X-Plane 9 every now and then?
Not in this machine. The discs are sitting up here on my shelf.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing. I always bought the discs. Nowadays, I don't buy discs for software. Pretty much anything I buy now, I just do digital download.
I hear that.
589er, climb to 6,000.
Climbing to 6,000.
There's no tax on it that way here in Canada.
But I spent tons of money years ago. I mean, I don't know if you remember when you could buy the Jefferson charts on DVD.
Departure control.
Yes.
1863. 100 100 for 4,000.
1863, radar contact. Descend to 4,000.
Descend to 4,000. 1863.
I just opened the drawer. They're in my other drawer. They're in this one. Yeah, that's my Jefferson chart.
Hey, we can't see the drawer anyway.
I know, but
Anyway.
I pulled out this drawer and I thought it was the one that had the had the Jefferson charts in it. It's the one that has X-Plane 7 in it.
Uh-huh.
8901, climb to 3,000.
Climbing to 3,000.
And I bought the entire scenery discs for X-Plane 7 back then too. So.
Right. Yeah, so there'd have been 50 gig of scenery.
Looks like I got a bunch of discs in here, but it looks like 9 envelopes or 10 envelopes.
Yep. Oh, I believe that.
Departure control. 1114. 1,500 for 6,000.
1114,
No, just
identified.
seven discs.
Climb to 6,000.
Climbing to 6,000. 1114.
But anyway, it's a good deal.
Yeah, but there's much better scenery out there now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the radio, didn't you?
What's that, Richard?
The radio's hitting me. What does that mean?
What's that?
I say he added the radio to that DC-3.
You mean the C-46?
Yeah.
Yeah, I added the I yanked.
Oh, the CD player.
No. I added the radio panel from. Crap, which airplane was it? I didn't like the radio panel in the C-46, so I went and grabbed one of the radio panels from one of my other aircraft and put it in the panel file.
Departure control 13906.
And the reason for that
with you
was-
on 1,500 for 6,000.
My Pro ATC.
13906, in contact.
I did
Climb
that a while
to
ago. My Pro
6,000.
Climbing to
ATC
6,000, 13906.
wanted me to tune to 123.93 to contact departure control at DFW. And the radio panel would on this radio would not go to 123.93.
It would go 2225.
Yeah, it would go 123.925. It wouldn't go to the .93. And I'm like, I can't. And every time I try and
Right.
contact departure to IFR clearance, it wouldn't work. So I need a radio that I can actually dial the frequency in. So I went and grabbed a radio panel that I could use. So yeah, if you're looking at the stream, you see on the dashboard, on the panel itself, you can see the old radio. And then when I click up the radio button, you see the other one that I yanked out of another panel.
Huh, what the
See.
heck? Oh, your stream went to Ice Pilots for me, like the autoplay. How do I get back to it? I had it under some other... I'll just click on your link again.
Departure control 1070 on 2,000. 100 for 7,000.
1070, in contact. Climb to 7,000.
Climbing to 7,000. 1070.
How do I turn it off? There we go. This is way too much stuff.
Okay, I just hooked up to your stream again here. You want to pull up your radio panel for me? I'm curious.
You're probably 4 or 5 minutes behind my live, so you'll see the radio display pop up any second. There's a 4 or 5 minute delay between what I do and what YouTube shows. Has it popped up on the stream for you yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I'm watching the stream live and I see it.
Look, you're just lined up with a cruise ship from the side view now.
I don't
Looking
think
straight
you're watching
ahead.
my stream.
Sim hanger?
No,
This is the old stream, isn't it? Or the wrong one? Shit.
I don't think you're on my
How
stream.
do I get to yours? Well, I got the link from you.
The bit.ly link?
Departure
that I gave you?
control 1916 with you on 3700.
The one to YouTube.
1916 in
Or
contact.
maybe not.
8000.
Climbing
Where
to
the heck
8001
would I find
916.
that? There we go.
Departure
I'm
control
looking at the wrong stream. Sorry, guys.
On 3700.
The one to YouTube.
1916
And that is why the scenery didn't make sense. Or maybe not.
8000.
Climbing
Where
to
the heck? FS Economy's up now. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
You got it?
Yep, we're on.
So you see the Cal Classic panel?
Yep.
In the,
That's the 2D panel.
yes, the 2D panel. So most of the right-hand side of the 2D panel is taken up by the old radio.
Right?
If I switch to the 3D panel or the VC, it's still most of the right-hand side of the radio or of the display, but it's the old radio. If I click the radio button, you bring up the new one that I installed.
Okay. Now you're in the VC there, yeah? You could... Oh, you did change it. Where did you get that 430 from?
The panel?
Is that a Carinito one? The 430 GNS 430, the GPS.
I want to say it's part of Heather's panel from Heather's C119.
Oh yeah. I had bought Heather's panel for her Electra. But I don't know if I ever downloaded it or not.
Yeah, I get ready to work on the new panel.
I wish Heather was still designing panels, because Heather does fantastic work with panels.
Yes.
Oh no, I ain't done too bad. The one I made for the DC3 for outside.
You should
Pop up.
see Heather's stuff, Richard. It is nice. She'll code some of her own gauges even if she has to.
Yeah.
I could do that too in XML, but they're very basic. Very, very basic. Usually text only have a hard time with turning dials. They never line up for me right.
Something went wrong with the old panel. The damn GPS didn't pop up.
Yeah, so you like the Cal Classic
That's-
view, Richard? I don't like the Cal Classic view. I mean, it does give you more
That's-
view out the windshield, but
Is that FS Tramp you have pulled up here?
yes, that's FS Tramp in the corner, upper right-hand corner.
Okay.
I'm running it in undocked mode.
I tried it, I couldn't get, you can't run full screen though, can you, with that FS Tramp?
You can't run FSX in full screen now. Not unless you want to put FS Champ on a separate monitor, and I'm not doing that at the moment. I'm just running it undocked in the corner.
Right.
If you want to run in undocked mode where you can move it around the screen, you have to be in windowed mode. which is fine. I prefer to be in Windows
Mhm.
mode because there's a lot of time when I need to do stuff with some of my other stuff that I've got running on my machine, and somehow FSX has more than once. You try and Alt Tab out, it gets confused as to where you are. So when it's in Windows mode, you don't have to worry about the Alt Tab issue.
Yeah, I usually just hit Alt Enter. I never use Alt Tab. But sometimes you have to cycle it a couple times to get it back. I've
When you
seen
hit
that.
Alt Enter, you're putting it in Windows mode. So
Yep.
I just leave it in Windows mode.
But that's what I'm saying. I do that rather than hitting Alt Tab and just switching to another window. You know, when you hit Alt Tab, it will go straight to another program without windowing out, without going back to window mode, right?
Right. Well, I'm a systems administrator. I manage a lot of servers, and I'm used to Tab.
Right.
Departure control 1303 with you on 14 south for 8 south.
1303, radar contact. Descent 8000.
Descent 8 south 1303.
Yeah, they got a lot of gauges won't pop up in the FS panel studio.
You need to clean your cache then. Did you notice that our voices are going through your stream?
Say again?
I hear our voices through your stream.
The stream's probably picking up exactly what I hear in my headset.
Okay. I'll have to put a parental advisory sticker on your stream, maybe.
Why? I'm sure I've cussed more than once.
Not for that we do. Hey, Wolf, not like we did. We may cuss like a settle over here.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot of the Douglas gauges ain't shown. Ain't no big deal.
Do you know why? Because they're in the panel folder. They're not in the gauges folder.
I am actually working on a panel.
Uh-huh.
I would have used the regular Cal Classic. The regular panel come with it, just make it look better with wood.
With wood?
Yeah.
You should make it look like painted aluminum with chips in it. I am not artistic.
I'm not artistic at all, that's why I don't try to do that stuff.
Yeah, I don't have much trouble with the numbers. It's the rest of it.
118.8. 118.8. ACJ1. Approach control ACJ1. With you on 9100.
ACJ1. Cleared via VLE Whiskey Echo 2 specs ILS. Approach. Runway 35 left. Transition CWK. Maintain present altitude.
Via VLE Whiskey Echo 2. Arrival route ILS. Approach. Runway 35 left. Transition CWK. Maintain present altitude. ACJ1.
Wow, that's a crazy approach they got me flying. Basically want me to go down south of KUS and then do an immediate 180 to come back to the runway. I think I might actually swing a little wide there.
Well, yeah, you'd never get around that corner with that thing.
You see the corner they got me flying?
Yeah.
I like the one view they have for the Cal Classic, but it don't show the radio on the dash.
Can you update the AirX cycles for Pro ATC?
Yeah, I updated earlier today to the latest.
Oh, cool, that's another. It's a fairly nice flight planner.
I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, I got tired of the default FSX flight planning for quite a while, and I flew with Plan G and FS Economy for probably 4 years, 5 years. And I'm still a big fan of Plan G. I reinstalled it today just so I could put the two side by side and compare. But Plan G really only shines at VFR.
Yeah.
So
I used FS Commander as well, but I'm not all that happy with it. It's pretty rough. Don't like it.
So a lot of the old FS9 guys really swore by FSNav. I mean, FSNav was like the shit. Everybody wanted FSNav. Pro ATC is the I'm sorry, FS Tramp.
FS Tramp
FS
is
Tramp
the new,
successor to-
FS Nav.
Yeah, FS Tramp is the successor to FSNav. So I'm using FS Pro ATC to build my flight plan, but it's going into FS Tramp. I can do,
Yeah. You can't build a flight planner in FS Tramp, I hear.
no, you cannot. Although he says that that's coming in the future.
Okay.
So you can create a plan from somewhere else and then import it into FS Tramp, and then it'll work. You'll have all the features of it. I did not even really realize when I got Pro ATC, I wasn't getting Pro ATC for the flight plan building. I was getting it for better air traffic and better air traffic control.
Alright.
What I was experiencing was, number one, I didn't like the default AI, so I used to use World of AI, and then I switched to Traffic X, and I like Traffic X. I've got tons of, like I said, if I show you like KDFW, there were tons of planes flying into KDFW. Now I'm far enough away from there that we're not seeing that traffic. There's only 11 other planes in the area that I'm at, but Traffic X generates tons of planes. It's like a whole bunch of the pre-built flight plans that I downloaded. I downloaded like the February or March 2014 flight pack, and it's just like American Airlines and United Airlines and all the airlines, a whole bunch of flight plans that mimic what you actually see in the real world. Actually, I'll show
I
you.
want smaller stuff.
Oh, hang on, I'll show you. Dun, 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 dun. So if we look here at the flight plans, I don't know if you're, it hasn't shown up on the stream yet, but you'll see it now.
Yeah, it just popped up. My resolution's not so great. Okay. Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, so when you go to the
I do have Traffic X.
when you go to the flight plans in Traffic X and you look at them, I'll look at the very top listing here for American Airlines AAL, KDFW to KGF JFK. I edited that one. I put an actual plane on it. So if we look at that, we can see that it's a Boeing 757-200. AAL registration is AAL 101. It's flight number 101. It uses IFR. It repeats every day, and it shows that it takes off at 12:35 from KDFW, arrives at 16:12 at KGFK, leaves at 17:12 from KGFK back to KDFW at 18:49. An hour later, it leaves again. So it generates, that one flight plan there generates 4 flights, one from Dallas to New York, and then back to Dallas, and then Dallas to New York, and then back to Dallas. And there's tons of those.
Okay. And you downloaded these? You didn't have to build them all?
No, I didn't have to build all those.
Cool. Yeah, I like I said, I bought it. I think it was on sale at the PC Aviator or something like that.
Yeah, and so if you look at my screen, I'm just looking at the American Airlines one, and if you watch me scroll down.
Uh-huh.
No. There's hundreds of them just from for American Airlines.
Yeah.
Asiana Airlines, same way. Pretty much pick any airline you want.
That's cool.
Continental, and it's generating all this traffic whenever it's appropriate. Whenever you're in the area, the traffic will be appropriate. That's for and that's for the airlines. It also generates VFR traffic, random VFR traffic.
What about the one between, like the 1900s and stuff like that? The small, they're like the express lines.
That falls under the business aircraft rule set, and it generates some of those too.
Alright. Devin, with the FS panel stereo, how can I figure out what gauges it's missing?
They usually have a purple box around them.
Exactly.
And then if you click on them, it'll show you in the bottom what gauge is supposed to be there, I think. Let me have a look. I'll open it up. It's been a while. But all you gotta do, Richard, is just copy your DC3 from your DC3 panel folder. There, copy that into your gauges folder and everything will work.
I do have my Douglas in my gauge folder.
Did you do it? Because by default it's in the panel folder. Okay, first of all it shows a warning.
Yeah, the Douglas DC3 gauges are in SimObjects Airplanes Douglas DC3 panel. The cab file for the Douglas DC3 gauges is in the panel folder for that plane. It's not in your default gauges folder. You could make a copy of it over to your default gauges folder.
That's what I did when I used to play with it. I think even with FSX you could drag it over and it would still work. I think it reads the panel folder first, and then it falls back to the gauges folder. Because when you look at the gauges, it doesn't show any different routing.
No, I think you're correct. I think the FSX's rule set says for the panel, first look in my local folder. If not in my local folder, then look in the gauges folder.
Yeah.
And if there's a copy in the local folder, that supersedes and takes precedence over anything else. Don't
anything.
continue looking.
Yeah. Yep. So if you're trying to load gauges from your DC3, you're not going to be able to unless they're in that gauges folder.
Alright, let's try this again.
How much is FS Panel Studio?
Oh, I have no idea. I bought it in 2010, I think.
You want a copy? I just have to file it on my hard drive. I'll let you have it, Wolf.
You can't do that with Flightline products.
That's how I got mine, Devin.
$25. What is the limit of the demo version? What does the demo version not allow you to do? Save.
I think it doesn't let you save.
Yeah, so you can't save.
So it really does you no good.
Spend hours
Lets you
redesigning a panel.
feel
and then
it
you
out.
can't
Approach
save it.
control 122
Yeah.
with you on 13,900
Well,
for
yeah,
8,000.
1223.
design the plane,
Radar
you have no idea
contact,
what it
spec
looks like on the
ILS,
aircraft.
approach, runway 35 left, altimeter 30.27.
ILS approach, runway 35 left, 1223.
The only thing is, with this, down the bottom, I can't, it tells me, but it say panel DC3, that's it, but I can't see the whole board.
You see that box I've got circled there, and then the gauge name is highlighted. And the first word is a folder or cabinet it's in, and then the second is the name of the actual gauge.
So somehow on my screen that ain't big enough. I don't see the whole thing.
That is odd. Because I have mine shrunk way down, and it's not near full screen, and it shows. I don't think you can move this stuff on the preferences, and we'll see. In your preferences, Richard, do you have disable short file name translation checked?
Alright, let me come in there.
1, 2, 2, 3.
Which one I'm supposed to check?
Go to the options, and then preferences.
Yeah, I am there.
Okay, now scroll to the bottom in advanced preferences. It's the third one down that says disable short file name translation.
No, I didn't have it checked.
Check that and give it a go.
See, I reached off the panel.
I would think so, I don't know. Mine I've always been able to see, I think. It's been so long.
Runway 35 left.
Been using this for 6 years. Hey, how you doing?
Contact Boston approach on 119er.0. 119er.0 for 1223.
That's how mine looks.
Okay, we need to shorten the path. How would we short? Okay. No, this one has its gauges with him. In your general preferences, Richard, do you have the use old style aircraft open dialogue unchecked?
Yep.
I got no idea what to tell you, buddy. I just have lost. In 2 screenshots, take pictures of your preferences for me, would you please, Richard? Because there's some that I don't quite understand what they do. So we'll just try and match yours up with mine.
Hey, Devin,
Uh-huh.
do you know of any way to turn up just the sound for center?
The sound for center, like ATC center?
Yeah. I can hear everybody else on center, but the fucking center itself sounds like he's mumbling, but he's not.
You're with that's on Bad Sim we're talking?
Yeah.
Oh jeez. I don't know. I've had where other pilots I couldn't where it sounded like they were mumbling, but usually the centers are good.
Delta 1819er Boston approach. Roger. Altimeter 3024.
Well, I think it may have
Delta
got it.
1819er. Turn right heading 265.
Maybe.
Turn right heading 265. Delta 1819er.
Let's see if that helps.
Okay, Richard, I do see one different. It is, I believe, the use higher quality BLT mode.
I gotta
Other than
check.
that, The only one that's different is the load last edited panel at startup, and I can't see that doing that. So check that. Use higher quality BLT mode
Alright.
and restart it and see what happens, I guess.